It's low key, and I say I am. Mr. Super Facts. So I was on a life log today, actually right now, and it was a very interesting post. Okay, can't really see it, but it says, "Imagine black people pouring or pooling all our money together, and then boom, we own and control everything in our community." So the first thing, my opinion, is being raised in a black family, being raised in a black community, and then also seeing the other side, you know what I'm saying, being around the white community and being around mixed communities. From my gatherings, my observations, personal experience, black people don't like black people. So, regardless of where that came from or how it was programmed into us, that's just the reality of the situation right now. Only time black people fuck with other black people is when, this is not just for black people, but it's when money is involved. You know what I'm saying? It's when money it's transactional. You know what I mean? You rarely see black people showing love to each other just out of love. It's always transactional for the most part. Somebody has leverage over somebody else. One black person wants something from another black person. Um, it is what it is. It's a lot of black family members that feel entitled, to your uh, loyalty and love and affection, but don't do shit to fucking deserve it. A lot of black people are fucking full blown narcissists. Let's have a real conversation. So that's why growing up, I don't fall. I never. White supremacy doesn't resonate with me. It's a power structure, and it's satanic supremacy. Let's have a real conversation. It's satanic supremacy. You could go all the way back to the Moors. Correct me if I'm wrong. So the same people that's saying that, complaining about white supremacy, they could have been complaining about the people on the other end could have been complaining about black supremacy, right? So it really don't fucking matter. There's a spirit. There's a spirit. There is a negative entity that's working through people, and none of us are above the program, right? None of us are above possession. We can all become possessed, even if it's only for a moment in time. We all can fall victim to, you know, just being a demon. Let's have a real conversation. Our actions can reflect that of a demon. Let's just call it what it is. So, like everything for me, I look at everything through a spiritual lens. I don't subscribe to I'm not one of these people that says racism doesn't exist, but at the same time, I'm like, that's a lower level conversation. The highest conversation is spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's about your spirit. And you give anybody a bag of money and power and resources, the average person is going to, you know, uh, force their will upon others. Why? Just because they can, because they have the ability to do so. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so so yeah, it's gonna be hard to see on here, but this person says, they're saying niggas gonna be ready to take it all for themselves. Apparently, there was a Dave Chappelle skit about reparations. Um, it said, imagine that after slavery, black people were on their way to being more wealthy than whites. The only folks that could buy a new Cadillac in the 1930s, Cadillac didn't want to sell, but the money wasn't black or white. It was green. That's how Cadillac made it to today. Yeah, both my parents, bro. Both of my parents, stereotypical niggas. Both my parents got Cadillacs. That don't sound good. That don't sound good at all. Real. It's a perfect day today, bro. It's like 70 degrees with a nice little gust of wind. Today's a perfect day. Yesterday, fuck that shit. It was hot as hell. And yeah, you have all of these communities that were built, Tulsa, and the list goes on, and they were fucking blown to smithereens. They were wiped off the face. But you would think that when you build some shit, you would think that when you build some shit and motherfuckers destroy it, you would think it would bring that group of people closer together. You would think it would it would only build their resilience. Look at what's going on in Iran. They didn't kill they said the supreme leader was basically the Pope, is their Pope or some shit like that, or one level under the Pope or something. I think they said it was like basically their Pope. Like he's like one level under God. And the whole country is ready to crash out about that. So it's like, I don't understand. Like, I thought, when you talk about black people and slavery and everything we've been through, you would think we'd be like, yo, it would only, the system, the way the system is set up, you would think it would only make black people more resilient and come together. But it did the opposite. It made black people hate other black people even more. That hatred that them people have for us, it just transferred into us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, it's niggas, I fuck with y'all niggas and shit, because I can read your spirit, I can read your energy. But when I'm in, just outside and I see, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, when I'm around niggas and I'm like, I'm like, okay, what's this? I'm trying to read a nigga energy. I'm like, I don't trust nobody. I mean, I don't trust nobody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fuck with nobody anyway. But especially niggas, I'm like, okay, what you on, nigga? What you on? You know what I mean? I remember niggas looking at me, bro. When I was in high school, you could get, man, niggas were fucking plotting on you in school, bro. In high school. Okay, I was in this little ghetto-ass, janky-ass high school in the South. And I come to school, I got my little, I had me I bought me a necklace from the middle of the mall and shit. It was just a regular little necklace or whatever, a little tennis joint. And then I had my little canary yellow diamond earrings and shit, my little mall kiosk. My mall kiosk drip, you know what I'm saying? I was dripping. And then I'm just seeing it. I'm like, oh, this nigga looking at me like I'm food. He looking at me like he wanna rob me. And I was with all the shit regardless, but I'm like, damn, brother. I'm like, think about Dr. Umar, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this nigga looking at me like he wanna rob me. This is mall jewelry, bro. We both gonna take a L. I took a L for buying this shit. You gonna take a L for taking this shit. This person said, let's see. This person said, it would be a wonderful thing, but we got to get out of competition with each other and try to teach and help each other and build. But I think, like I said, even that is a trap. Saying that, oh, we black, so that's what we have in common. But this, once again, it's the energy behind that word, black. Like, it's like, bro, we're not black. Niggas don't even know where they from. Niggas don't know if they from Africa or America. Niggas don't even know where they from. We never even had, well, you know, I'll speak for myself. I never had close enough relationships with my elders for them to even tell us, for them to pass down the information where we were from. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so much division and so much hate, bro. If we having a real conversation, there is so much fucking hate amongst the black community, black people, bro. So much hate, bro. This person said we've got to own our minds first. My phone finna die, man. I just saw this shit and got triggered. This person says teamwork gets things done. Just do it for the betterment of all, not based on color, right? So it's a lot of people like laughing. It says sounds good until your own people get envious because you're doing better than them and they rob you or kill you. So yeah. And then what happened? They said a couple years ago, right? They said it was a bunch of people that were buying up land in Georgia or some shit. Correct me if I'm wrong. A bunch of black people. This person said P. Diddy started talking like that, and look what happened to him. This nigga said EBT doesn't count. This person said, will you guys work together without killing each other? They said you can buy Mississippi. You already have the ability to do that. It's you stopping you. They said pull together all the government assistance. Never gonna happen. He said chapter 11 in 2 weeks. What the fuck? So there's that. They going in. They said, can you buy property with welfare and EBT? God damn. Said if we could do it after a decade coming out of